What size are your breasts currently?
4,500 cc's.
It's like a Harley. Tammy, to close out the interview, we'd like to give you the opportunity to speak directly to the person or persons that maybe are creating this Jodie Juggs persona, Leia Parker. What would you say to them if you could talk to them right now?
All I'm going to say is,
You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Welcome to the show, Tammy H., the realtor, Tammy Hernandez, Tammy from Key West, Florida. Tammy's here because we did a story, I believe, last week about a woman who couldn't sit in economy because her breasts were too large, and her name was Leia Parker. I think it was the name she gave as her biological birth name or whatever, but she goes by Jodie Juggs. That's her name for business purposes. And she got picked up by a bunch of people, including us, because she made the news. And Tammy's here because she reached out to us in our Instagram DMs and she said, hey, the story you did on Jodie Juggs is fake. Jodie Juggs does not exist. She's not a human being. She's taking pictures of people like me and then photoshopping someone else's head on them, and she's scamming people out of money. She's asking men and other people that might be susceptible to her charms to send them money and stuff like that. And so that's why Tammy's here. Welcome to the show, Tammy.
hi.
Tammy.
Hey.
Great to have you on.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on to educate us, because hand up, I read the story that was picked up in all those publications. And even though I couldn't find, thank you for reaching out to us, because I could find her Instagram after you pointed it out to us and showed us where this probably bot lives. We'll get your thought on that in a second. But I couldn't find her social media at the time. And also there was no details of the flight. So it was like a little bit of a suspect story. And, I'd love to hear your thoughts on how you know it's fake.
One, because I've been fighting this battle with this individual since 2019. And prior to me, another individual, Dolly Fox, I think is her name.
Dolly Delicious.
Yes, she'd been fighting it since 2017. So, and this individual made a website that had my images with my dog, my this, my that, with a fake face.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I had to have it shut down by GoDaddy, and I shouldn't go through this.
No, you should not.
No.
And we need to set the record straight. As you can see, we're only 80% accurate in the top right corner, but this is to set the record straight. This is one of those 20% we got wrong.
Also pointing out that we're setting the record straight.
Wrong because the New York Post did it.
Right.
The Mirror did it. And as you've seen from the email, my communications with the Mirror, oh, we're sorry, it was a vetted reporter. I said, how's it vetted when you can just type in the name on the Facebook search and it'll say, warning, she's a fake.
Right.
And it has all of the different models that have been used over the past few years bitching, saying, stop doing it.
I imagine the Daily Mirror and the New York Post didn't do what we're doing now and do a video chat with this person.
They didn't do it because guess what? They didn't. They got the article from a sub person.
Right.
Yeah. That was pretty clear, because I was saying, there's no details at all included. And so now that you've pointed out to us that, these photographs are probably doctored, right? They're taking people.
All are.
Yeah.
So how many of these photographs on her profiles, hundreds of photographs, has she taken your body and put the face of this possibly non-existent person on, or he or she?
Well, I don't think it's a girl, because at the end of the day, if it's a woman,
It doesn't have to be, right? Yeah.
If it's a woman, let's be clear, this day and age, how many apps are there that make your boobs smaller, waist thing? I was sitting behind a plane watching a girl do that, because you can reshape your body. So I honestly don't even believe it's a woman. I think it's probably a man who's scamming men out of money.
Check it out. Look what I did. I mean,
What?
That's just a couple minutes of work.
that took me 2 minutes. Imagine if I had more time on my hands.
Yeah, so this person is probably a 300-pound man sitting in a basement.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's just as likely.
Or 247.
Right. Yeah, it's just as likely as it being a woman, that because it's not a real person. So it could be like a teenager. It could be anyone, right?
Right.
Now, how does it work though? Because you've been fighting this battle. have you talked to law enforcement? Is there any legality behind? I imagine when you start
It's the
asking for money, it becomes illegal if you're not that person, right? Is that fraud or?
not using my name.
But like they're
Right.
not, but they're not a real person though. Isn't that like illegal for them to be?
It would be if the individuals who money stolen would deal with it, but track down the person, because there's no that Leia Parker doesn't exist. Because guess what? I used to have a PI business, so I'm pretty good at tracking down things as one of my businesses. Because
damn, so you've gotten a lot of Jodie Juggs stuff shut down already, but you can't shut down the main offender because it's just a social media account that's just scamming people over the DMs, basically.
Well, I can't. Twitter, I had one shut down because if you go on Facebook, type in the name, she says, "Oh, I just restarted my Twitter after being, hacked at 27,000." No,
I noticed that it's like June 2022 or something's her start date somewhere recently. Yeah.
Right, again.
Yeah.
But that was because the last one I had it shut down in January because my pictures were all over it and I had to go back and forth. And it's taken hundreds of hours for me to fight the social media companies. Like they tell you, oh, it's not. So I literally had to go back and forth with my original post, my picture, my ID to prove it's me in order to get it off of Twitter. Now, Facebook won't delete the account. They'll remove the picture, and with the 100 she had, I had to go down the list, one by one image of her, report it, of him, her, the fake picture, then my original post from wherever it was, and then send it to them in an email, and went back and forth, and I wasn't able to do it from my personal account. I was only able to do it from my business account, the Tammy H, the realtor at London Foster, because that's a Facebook page, a business page.
Go follow Tammy everywhere, Instagram, Facebook. Tammy, do you think possibly it could have been some creeps on the back end of these apps that just wanted more pictures of you? They're like, yeah, we need some more pictures, Tammy, to prove that you're that Jodie's using your pictures, like just someone that works at like Facebook or something like that.
I don't know, but when you have people being scammed out of thousands of dollars, because I sent you all the message of the one that put it on Twitter that they just sent her $5,500.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Tammy, just for the listeners who might not be familiar with you and who might not be watching the video, you have augmented your breasts, right? And what size are your breasts currently? 4,500
cc's.
Okay. Is that like it's like a Harley?
No, I would say it's more like a super bike. For the power races.
So, and you post pictures of yourself. You're a successful realtor, right? Now,
I own a bar.
Right. And you post pictures of yourself with your, breasts out there. And I mean, just honestly speaking, it is tempting to make money off of those images because, men want to see that kind of stuff. Are you kind of inviting? I mean, I know you're just trying to live your life, but is it you're almost kind of like putting it out there and it's very tempting. Just put it that way.
To steal her identity?
To steal her identity.
Oh no, my old telephone, when I got a new number 2 years ago, the person who picked up my number was able to steal $3,500 from my neighbors and my friends.
Yeah. But so Wes, what's the difference between that and like me taking a picture of like Tyrese with his shirt off in a 20
This happens.
Saying I'm a black model, male model, and then like setting up an account and then asking for money from
I'm saying that she's attracting attention. She's attracting attention to herself by having these large breasts. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that it does invite some trouble that the normal person might not encounter.
Well, I've had them for a while. I mean, and it's prime example is I'm partners in a famous bar in Key West, 801 Duval. I have 18 things. I stand out in front when it's Fantasy Fest time in all sorts of little outfits because it's Fantasy Fest. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to your bar when you do that. Of course. Yes.
Right.
Going right in.
Business, my bar, it brings a different element in for that particular week, for the boat races, for Conch Republic Days, because I put on a lot of events. So I had my pictures without me knowing it before I ever had social media all over the web that different people had taken. They had identified her.
Right.
I only started Instagram in 2017.
Okay.
So it's not like I've had it a super long time in comparison to most. I have over 900,000 followers.
Yeah, and this is a common problem with people who have a body or a look that is marketable. It's like in the OnlyFans world, it happens all the time too. People create these bot accounts that are fakes, like sort of a copy of a real account to try to steal the stuff. And look at this, what I just saw on Jodie Juggs' Instagram page. I'm gonna pop this up so you guys can see it. She's advertised in 4,500 cc's.
Right.
Juggs.
Yep.
She also said
same size as you.
Actually, just so you know, that person is Fox something. It's not Dolly Fox. It's the other one with the dark hair. And she's actually not 4,500 cc's. That's more like 8,000 cc's. I think she's up to 10,000.
Damn.
But she's like almost 6 foot. She's a much bigger, taller individual than.
Sure, right? Yeah.
That's the lady who was in the TMZ June. I think. What's her name? Mary Magdalene.
No. Oh, that one. No, she has my size.
Okay. Mary Magdalene.
And I only know.
Do you know everyone? Do you know everyone in the big boob community?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Is
I've
you keep tabs on
actually
them?
never met any of them because I don't hang out. Like they all work together because they're in the adult industry.
Right.
Okay, yeah, but you're not doing okay.
Like in
have an OnlyFans, but there's nothing nude on it before anybody signs up, then complains and wants a refund or complains about it. It's not nude. It's whatever I've wore for Fantasy Fest. And if anybody looks up that, there's always, it might be pasties or a micro mini, but it's stuff that.
I bet it still does pretty well non-nude, right? Not too bad. Yeah, not too bad.
I'm in the top 0.5%.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
About. And the only reason why I started that, it wasn't like I started it to start it. My ex, who were still partners in the bar, told me to do it for like 2 years. And then what happened was I do a lot of trauma.
He begged you, huh?
Yeah, then he said, buy me a boat. Buy us a boat. We'll share it.
Is today the day you're going to give in?
No, we have 2 boats in Key West. He has his and I have mine.
Oh, good.
Nice.
But mine goes faster. And
Well, it's paid for, I mean, it's got some good engines behind it.
It has 500 horsepower.
Nice.
Because last time I was down there, because I'm in my house in Boca now. I was running it through the backcountry going 45, and he was lecturing me, slow down. I'm like, just because you drive slow on the water doesn't mean I have to. There's nobody coming, and it's what it is. So.
That's not fun.
So have you tried to go on contact the dude from CATFISH, that MTV guy, that famous CATFISH guy that did the TV show? Because this seems like a candidate for that.
Well, I didn't think of the CATFISH name till you all called it a catfish. Prior to that,
it's definitely a catfish. Yeah.
I
basically
what to say, but this individual or this fake account, I just don't know what to do because.
I would contact Nev. This has become big news. Yeah, I think this guy. I mean,
he's a documentary filmmaker. Yeah,
he's a documentary filmmaker. He started and created this show called CATFISH. It's been on MTV. Just Google the guy who created CATFISH. I think his first name's Nev, and you can reach out to people. Like this is, I think, a big enough story that it could be a full episode of CATFISH.
It's a ratings bonanza.
Yes.
So what I don't understand is, at the end of the day, okay, everybody I contacted, they just pulled it. They didn't say anything. It was fake. You are the only people who cared to clarify that this person is fake.
Well, people should just stop getting scammed out of money. One, you probably have some emotional damage from it instead of other people that are getting their likeness
I just want to it's like use your own pictures, use something. There's enough computer crap that most people know how to use other than me.
Right. No, it's catfishing. That's the thing is it's taking your images and these other women with the look of having the big boobs and then just putting a face on it. This is a computer face.
Look at this. This one's just blatant from Dolly Delicious, and then she just stole the picture straight up. I mean, it's
They're
just blatant theft.
paying somebody to write these articles,
Yeah.
or they know
For
somebody in the UK, because it's all UK companies that are originally
Right.
It
published.
could be like an entire the Indian scam group, like the whole. It could be an office full of people. Here she is, like suggesting where she's going to be, which she clearly can't physically be somewhere. So this is like to
Right.
look more real, right? Giving herself a name like Leah, and then saying, "Look, I have a real name too, and here I'll be at these dates." Which I
Right.
bet if you showed up to these places, she probably wouldn't
Oh
be there.
no! If you go through the comments of the different things on my profile, not my profile, but if you type in the post, you have conversations where this one guy says, "You're a complete fake. I called all the clubs and they've never heard of you."
Exactly.
We were thinking
You're not-
about
you're
doing
not
the
gonna-
same thing.
Yeah, we're gonna call one of the clubs.
We
too,
were
I
gonna
think.
fly over there and go to all the clubs every date
Just to
and find
really
out for
make
ourselves.
sure. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, she tours sometimes in the U.S. because these were all U.S. clubs. She said at Crazy
Okay.
Horses in Vegas.
Right. Yeah. So the one that I put up earlier, the 4,500 cc's, she said that, that was a photo shoot at Harrah's Las Vegas. Right.
Right.
But nah, I mean,
No,
why would it be there? Right.
Well, she took a picture with one of the pictures I sent you all, where she took it, and now, mind you, it's at my business with Bourbon Street. We were in Bourbon Street in the gym. I'm waiting to put Sushi in the shoe. One of our drag queens. I shouldn't say my drag. She do you all ever watch CNN on New Year's Eve? It's the only day of the year I watch it.
Sure. With Anderson Cooper,
Potentially, yeah.
Andy Cohen.
It's
ball drop.
red high heel that they lower at midnight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's one of our events, and they cut in between us and Times Square. So it's my New Year's picture with Bill. What is it? The Bill guy from man. What's his name? It starts with a W. The last.
We
name.
should know that being in the news, but I don't know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
We don't watch a lot of CNN either, though. To be
I
fair.
only watch and record it on New Year's Eve because we're always on it, and we've
Right.
got sometimes my drag queens have a little bit too much fun, and we sort of have to babysit, because one year she was coming down and said, when they said, "What are you thinking about this?" as you were coming down, and Sushi was slightly tipsy, which is okay. And she said, thanking God, I'm not, God damn Gloria Vanderbilt, Anderson Cooper's mom. Mother, do you know how many apology letters we have? And that was one of the few years we weren't there to babysit. So,
So
that one got pulled, huh? They didn't put that one up.
because it was live.
Oh, it was live.
Oh, nice.
She does this
Yeah.
stuff live. Like, she'll stand there and they'll cut to her and she won't be realizing, she'll be spraying people with the champagne, get fucked up. And we're like,
Hey, look,
yeah.
it's New Year's.
It's New Year's. It's fun.
It's
You're
New Year's,
free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you can
that's
walk
not,
around with pasties and tutus on.
anyone
Tuesday.
that's willing to go live New Year's needs to be, a little bit prepared.
But- So she took the picture of me with Sushi and the Bill from CNN.
Mhm.
That's actually on his Twitter, his Instagram page. And she took it and she put fake face with glasses and used that picture on her profile.
So how stupid are men though? Like, are we? Because
Let me tell you.
she's using different sized boobs, like different
Different
faces,
body shapes.
Different
body
bodies,
shapes.
yeah.
It's
The
all
bodies is very
if you
noticeable.
spend like 5 minutes like knowing this information, you can see that it's all different types of faces, boob sizes, photo. But we're so dumb that look, that's not even the same person.
She's claiming the same person as this
Yeah.
as this is.
That's
I mean,
so
completely
obviously
different.
different person. But we're so dumb that we're just like, we'll give.
We
you
don't care.
$5,000. We'll give you $5,500 if you want it.
Yeah, and that's just one person because she
Yeah.
said she was going bigger. But there's this whole community of that I didn't know until I wound up getting a place in Boca. Like, they have these, because I didn't know I was all over these particular websites that are identify her, that are like the perfect boob.net, Boobpedia, that tells you everybody's stats, then Tits and
Wait, hang on. What were they?
Boopedia.
Boobpedia, which has all the different boobs peoples,
Nice.
and they break them into categories, sizes, natural, CCs,
Nice.
It's like for
and
yachts. Yeah.
yeah, it's all broken down. It's the encyclopedia of boobs, all the
Wow.
women with boobs in the world. And then you've
How the
got
fuck did we know about this?
then you've got Tits and Tops, which is another forum that I had no clue about. Then theperfectboob.net.
That one sounds
So,
good. Yeah.
so you have all of
It's like the
these.
Holy Grail.
Yeah, they had pictures of me since like 2010 that I didn't even know, of me in Fantasy Fest events. So
You
then
guys have
Wes's-
conferences
To
together?
Wes's point, yeah, people have been taking advantage of you for a while, and it seems like so. The only good thing about like getting in touch with someone like the guy that does the Catfish show or something like that, different than
Right.
us, is that like you, it's a PI type thing. What they're going to do is they're going to find the actual person that is either a guy in a basement or whatever. They're going to find the person, get them on camera, and
Right.
that's important because at that point they're exposed, right? And they it's a little bit different than. Yeah, they get internet comments and they get shut down here and there, but no one really knows who they are. So until they're exposed, they can feel probably more comfortable continuing this game.
right.
Right.
Because they were asking different people for money. And then I had somebody create a new fake account with my name yesterday that I had to have shut down yesterday, DMing people for money. And it's like, so one of my followers sat there and said,
Someone did the Tammy name this time, right? Though.
Do you think it could be?
hundreds of Tammy names. I get them shut down.
So you think it could be maybe somebody who's like a big user of these boob
Yes.
indexes,
Boob forums.
right? Boob
And-
forums, take
because
Man, yeah.
They go after the followers that are on all of them because they
yeah,
Fishing with dynamite. Yeah.
that makes sense. Oh yeah, it's a total bot.
All
scam.
the losers on there.
Yeah, and these dummies
No,
that
I'm
are on there,
not-
they're on there, they're being told the boob sizes, and they're still getting tricked when this person puts up different sized boobs.
Well, they think it's the model contacting them. They get fooled by this
Yeah. It's
bot.
exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's-
I've
blinded
had
by
people
it.
say, "Oh, well, if you want them bigger, I'll pay for them." They've sat there and done that multiple times,
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, sure.
like because they have this whole thing. I'm like, I'm good now. I said, actually, paying for the boots is the cheapest part of it.
I said I'd stop at 4,500.
No, I am stopping at 4,500.
Good.
I mean, come on, what is it? I'll be 47 in November. Okay, it's not like I can carry I eventually I'll change them out and do a nice normal 2,000 cc's, 2,500.
Nice.
But
And-
until then, you're getting a better workout daily.
Yes, I have a six pack.
Yeah.
I mean, I have great abs for my age. I mean, I have children, grandchildren.
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
congrats.
Is everyone in Key West or they're all over the place?
No, my one son's up here, my daughter's up here, my grandkids are up here, and then my other son's in school in Tampa.
Did your daughter follow in your footsteps?
County. No.
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 Everyone got out of Ian okay? I remember we were talking about that.
Yes,
Yeah.
everybody got out of there, and I've been collecting supplies from different people up here, and we're gonna run supplies over to some of my friends and family over there on Thursday.
You could rescue people. Just go out there and
Oh, I'm my own personal
float on
flotation.
your back and just rescue people.
Trust me, I'm my own personal flotation device. I did a YouTube video
Yeah, yeah.
of me. Yeah, I've been playing with my YouTube channel. I don't know if that's new, but it's completely.
Here comes Tammy with 4 more people.
But I bought this new dive set where it's the Nemo. It's called the Nemo. It's the Dive 3, and it lets you go down like for 2 hours, and they pump the air down to you, and it floats above you with your dive flag. Like
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Those are
Oh,
cool.
that's cool.
So I bought that, and I went in my building and was practicing in the pool because you always practice new equipment in a pool, not in the middle of the ocean.
Right.
All of my kids know how to dive, spearfish, boat. I taught them how to do all that.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
So
That's Florida as shit teaching those
Yeah,
type of
salt
skills.
life.
Yeah. That's very.
Do you
Florida,
have to weight yourself down a little bit
that's
more?
what I was gonna say. I hadn't been scubaing since I had gotten this size, and so I'm trying to go down, and all you see is like my butt because I can't go down. So then I had to order a new weight belt and everything. So I figured out I need 8 pounds just to like float at like 8 feet, but to go down to where the length is, I need the end of the cord. I need like over 10 pounds.
Oh,
You're
wow.
you're like a mob guy's worst nightmare. He's like, we're gonna need some more cement.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was but when I go in the water or the ocean, like Gizmo half the time sits on my boobs when we're doing
Nice.
things.
Yeah.
And so he just floats there.
What type of dog is Gizmo?
Yorkie.
He is a brewer Yorkie.
Nice.
How did I know it was a Yorkie? I don't know. I just knew it was a Yorkie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a brewer. He's the one with the white. It's similar to a party Yorkie.
Yeah.
I do videos of him driving the car. He stands with his back feet here and he pretends to drive.
Has he been stolen? Has he appeared in any? You said one picture. Has he been stolen by Jodie or anyone yet? Yes.
Yeah, she posted a picture of him standing somewhere. Oh, he was sitting on my boob, like on my shoulder, like his back was here and his front paws were there when I was sitting somewhere waiting. Why was
That's a mistake by her because you can prove that's your dog pretty
Right.
much.
Right.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
That one was put on the website she made, the fake
Right.
website.
Oh, right. That's
Yeah.
And so it was like saying she was waiting for her pretend boyfriend to get done with his football, because
of course, British, right?
So I'm like, I was like, you really took my dog too?
Yeah.
And it's a cartoon face. It's not even like it was good Photoshop. The individuals got in slightly better with the photoshopping of the face over the years. It's got realistic because before it was really bad.
Right.
And
Take my tits, take my dog. Jesus, what's next?
Yeah.
Boob bots will stop at nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like we've been talking about Tammy. These guys are so dumb they don't even really care.
my
If it's a
main
bad
thing
Photoshop job. They're just like whatever.
is what about the reporter? And you saw in the email from I think it was Jam's Press.
I think the New York Post took their article down. I can't find it anymore.
All of them did. The New York Post took it down.
But they didn't like do like a correction, right? They just took
No.
it down.
Well, we're getting the correction on record now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just took it down. And so you have all these other loser like news things, the weird ones.
I've seen it. It's like India.com.
Yeah.
Yes, West
All
India.
of
Yeah.
All these random ones have picked it up.
Right.
And then all these different radio stations, iHeart still has it up on their thing where you can Google it and it comes up. And then one Brazilian one, they had changed the article. So they said that Tammy H, the realtor, says that she's fake. I'm like, oh, that's good. I'm happy it took a Brazilian to do it.
I feel like this is a problem. So I think that the Jodie Juggs person, and how long has Jodie Juggs been around? Like years?
Since 2017.
As Jodie Juggs. They haven't
No, Leia Parker.
Okay.
But Leia Parker.
But
and
Still, they haven't come up with like a bunch of new names. It seems like they're sticking with this Leia Parker and Jodie Juggs, and that's crazy.
Well,
gold mine.
That's because they've already had articles published because she did one in 2020.
Right.
And it was Lacey Wild's thing saying that she had a doctor's note because she couldn't use her seatbelt. She changed it to say she couldn't.
We were saying the plane thing is kind of genius because in the article, she's not really asking for money. She just wants to say, I had a hard time on a plane.
She wants to do that. There's a
press.
No, you want to know why?
Why?
Because she knows that he knows they haven't been shut down.
Right.
So they know that they can do they can get away with A, B, C, and D, and Facebook, Instagram, Twitter won't shut down.
Right. And that's why there's no links or anything. Yeah.
But you want to know why they want the press.
To get people to feel sympathetic for them, right?
No. It's a way to get verified.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
so one day they can be verified.
Articles about you to be verified. This individual's now had 3.
Yeah, we gotta shut we gotta shut Jodie.
We gotta get them shut down.
And guess what? I can't even get verified. And I've been on CNN.
No, we gotta shut them down.
We gotta get the boob bots shut down.
Shut them down.
This is terrible.
First of all, I think the problem here is that she kept mentioning she was in economy, but that was on purpose because you feel bad for her. You're like, oh, we gotta get her out of economy. I'll send her 5,500. That's so sad. She has to fly economy. But the problem here is we should get this one person who's been doing it for a while. But it's like we talked about earlier. I think it's like cutting the head off a hydra. Like 3 more are going to sprout
Right.
out. So I think it's also important to spread awareness and say, hey, guys, before you send money to people, maybe verify that they're actual people.
Do a video chat.
Yes.
Hey,
Before you set, this should be more of an awareness thing as well, because we should get
do a video
Jodie,
chat.
but there's going to be 10 million more Jodies that pop up, and we have to spread awareness that you should be a little bit smarter.
And I will never ask for money on any social platform unless you're buying a V message on my OnlyFans. I do not DM people, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter or TikTok.
Yeah, but you're a real person, Tammy. You can ask
but
for,
I'm
you
not
can do whatever you want. And you're already in the top 0.5% of OnlyFans. So
No,
You're also
but-
leaving millions on the table by not
yeah,
doing
you
that.
are leaving millions on the table.
But these other people create.
I'll give you 10 right now. 10 bucks.
Send me that scuba video. I'll give you $20.
Yeah, if you get
Yeah.
with your butt.
Yeah, but these other people make a fake account and they'll say, "Oh, this account's just for my fans. It's members only. You need to send this amount."
Right.
Because I've shut down a Twitter because of that. I've shut down, a few Facebook pages, a whole bunch of Instagram pages. So I just want to be clear on the record. I will not be DMing anybody for money on any platform.
Yep, that's a fake
Yeah.
Tammy. Fake
Good.
Tammy doing that. Yeah.
Report anybody who does, please.
Yes.
Do it. We got to shut these boob bots down. Thank
Have
you,
to.
Tammy, for teaching us about them. I mean, it's been
Yeah.
really eye-opening.
Well, we appreciate you reaching out to us because we wouldn't have.
Well, I just
looked
was
into it.
thoroughly disgusted when I was thoroughly disgusted when I saw that and the picture. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
How
Don't
many?
drive yourself crazy now.
Well, thank you for doing the work you did. You pointed it out to us. Now we get to point it out to everybody else.
Oh, it's all
Pass it
over
forward.
my Twitter. It's like,
Yeah.
and I don't even, my Twitter, I only started that because my son told me nobody would follow me on it. So,
Right.
so it's, but I have like almost 250,000 followers.
Where
Nice.
do people find you? You want to give
You have-
yourself a little
You have
plug?
almost 1 million on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And I just do stupid stuff. And I shouldn't say stupid. Like 1 week, Memorial Day, I'm in a Trump bikini. And then on Sunday, I'm in a pride parade because we're partners in a gay bar. So
And
There you
then on a Monday night, you're on this show, or whatever this is
Yeah.
airing, and you're
Yeah.
totally going to share this information with your million Instagram
oh yeah,
followers,
I
right?
just
Yeah.
need to know the links and when it's coming out and I can
Nice.
do it. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
Thursday, I'll be taking hurricane supplies over to the West Coast.
Send us some links too. We can put in our stuff, like if there's any charities or anything you can mention for hurricane
Okay.
relief. Yeah,
Mhm.
we're selling a T-shirt. Shout out
You
Tammy, shout out
are?
St. Pete.
Cool.
That's all going. Proceeds are all going to Florida.
We'll send you one.
Key
Yeah.
West
Yes.
Cares. We have Key West Cares, and that one they're just going, and we've been sending trucks up, box trucks. Ricky Haskins, who is a good friend of mine, he's been driving them up, so they fill up the box trucks every day in the morning, and they stage it at Beachside, Marriott Beachside, load them up, drive the trucks up, and then drive back, load them up the next morning because
Wow.
they're not realizing Southwest Florida has been cut off from the north because of all the flooding because it's still
Right.
going on.
Right.
So it's flooding out I-75. And so they can't get supplies from the north. So they're having to either come over from Miami or the south.
Yeah.
So that's what we've been helping because the major trucks and everything can't do it.
Right.
So that's
A lot of work to be done still.
Yeah, it
Because of the-
always takes a while to get out from a bad hurricane. That was a
well,
bad
we
one.
flooded a little, but we didn't lose any. We lost like the family house in Key West is some water, like 4 foot of water came in the yard, but not inside the house. My house that's on the ocean didn't have any damage.
Oh, that's good.
Where my bar is located, it's dry, but other people got like 3 to 4 feet inside their house.
Right.
Because why? The hurricane came from the Gulf. Any hurricane that comes from the Gulf is going to flood because of the storm surge, because the way it hits. Because see, when it comes this side, it's like this.
Right.
Right.
But then when it goes that side, it's like that. But then the Gulf is so that it brings it around and
Right.
pushes the water up.
Because
to
you're on the eastern side of the storm, right?
west. At that, when it hits from the Gulf, you're on the, you're
You're on the eastern
East.
side of the storm, and then
Yeah, it's
yeah,
coming from the
because
west.
the west is more
The
wind,
storm's
right?
coming from the west, and they said that this one was like the first time it got all the way up past Miami, past Key West, and into like, Lee County near Tampa in like 100 years. Usually it doesn't enter at that angle, right?
Didn't Irma go? Was it Irma or Wilma? Because we got hit by both of those.
Yeah, but I think it came up like, I think it was like more south and like across. Like it usually doesn't enter at the Tampa angle.
Yeah, no, it was south of Tampa. I went.
Charlie
south,
was the bad one that came up the last time. Was on the Gulf.
Usually hits south and then goes up. Yeah.
But they normally don't come up from the Gulf. There's only been like 2 hurricanes in my lifetime that I can remember coming up from the Gulf, and both have flooded Key West. That was Wilma and this past one, Ian, and they both hit on king tides, and we're getting ready for another one.
That doesn't sound good. I don't know what king tide means, but that sounds like it makes it worse. Yeah.
Okay, king tides, new moons, and full moons, the water table's higher. It's super high and super low lows. So it hit at a high tide. When this one hit the Keys, it hit at a high tide. So you had for the low-lying areas in Key West got 4 feet. In certain areas, it was 2 feet to 4 feet in people's yards and houses.
Damn.
Like my friend, I got pictures of a nurse shark floating through, swimming.
That's wild.
And this is just with this past one before it went. And it wound up being much closer to Key West than what it was supposed to be after it went over the Tortugas, because it went over Port Jefferson, then hit there. And then they went through the first storm surge. And because of the way the water shifted, they didn't get hit with the second one, but everybody was waiting for it. Because normally you have 2 storm surges in the Keys with a Gulf hit. And then it went up and it hit. And when everybody was out playing in Tampa Bay because it was all dry,
right? Yeah,
that water is what circulated and went inland.
Right.
Can I just say I can't believe we're talking about the logistics of a hurricane with a woman with breasts as large as yours. Feels like a waste of time.
Yeah, I'm you can sit there and I know random facts about all sorts of stuff because I've passed my general contractor's exam.
I'm not talking about your knowledge. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
I'm just trying to keep her on.
I know. Yeah.
My friends call me with any stupid question. What's the rule for this? And then I've said it's blah blah blah. I remember every rule, statute, laws. It's retarded.
Nice.
Well, your boating knowledge and your knowledge of the seas is impressive.
Yes, it is impressive.
Well, I used to drive my dad's stone crab trap boat. My grandfather owned a fish house.
Nice.
Yeah, my dad went over to Mariel and brought over a boatload of Cubans on his boat. Like if you Google Foxy Lady boat Mariel boat lift, you'll see my dad's boat over it. And like if you watch the Scarface movie, all of that's the actual footage from Key West and all the Key West boats that went over there.
Nice.
So, I've been on the water most of my life because born and raised on the island.
We did Will's bachelor party 5 days in Key West.
You did? Where'd you stay and where'd you go?
The house. We just stayed at a house that was like a
3
few blocks off of
3 blocks from Duval Street.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Had a pool obviously in the backyard, and Wes got the nickname Key West because he had such a good time. Right?
Yeah,
Key West.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't understand a lot of reality until I bought a place up on the mainland in Palm Beach County.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's its own little world, right? Because you said you're born
Let
and raised
me
there.
tell you, culture shock.
Yeah.
Okay, there were things that I didn't realize. It's like, because I walk around Key West, I can sit there, walk around in a bathing suit top, jean shorts, go to the bar. I can do different things.
It's like a fucked up version of that movie, The Village, M. Night Shyamalan, where everyone's living in the woods except like a fucked up Florida
party version.
Party version of The Village.
Yeah, and then, because we have all these different parties, these events, anything goes. We don't care. You're nice to us. We're nice to you. We mind our own business. Moving.
Oh, the world sucks. You leave. You're like, what the fuck? The world sucks.
Move up to boat fucking condo.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. I swear, I just have never seen people complain about the stupidest shit. I mean, okay, let me give you a scenario. Okay, because I do different photo shoots, different things, Fitness, Carbs magazine, whatnot. Okay, so my final FU to one of the buildings I lived in because I sold the unit. Okay. So I'm doing a photo. I did a few things, which you'll find funny. So my thing, I'm standing in the lobby because, Florida has a law to where if you are going fishing, hunting, camping, or to the range, guess what you can do? You can open carry. So
Nice.
Ah,
I'm standing there in the lobby, and I have on a sheriff's vest, a pair of little shorts for working out, camo colored, and then a camo colored little sports bra under this. I have my fishing pole, and then on my one leg I have a Glock 19 strapped. My other leg I have my dive knife, and then I'm holding my purple AR.
You're like a poster.
And so you want to know what the nice little, they made the front desk person come over to me and tell me that I was dressed inappropriately, that I needed to put on a cover up. I'm like, why? They said, because your bathing suit bottoms. I said, these aren't bottoms. This isn't a bathing suit. These are shorts.
That was when one guy saw you there and goes, I'm creating Jodie Juggs account.
And so then I go out there and I do a full photo
This
shoot
is
on
genius.
with an AR with this. So then my final FU to the not so nice conservative northeastern people who moved down to Florida.
Suburbs.
Guess what I did?
What?
I decided to have my birthday party. So I had my ex come up. I have 2 drag queens. I tried to buy out some strippers, but this one went to Diamond Dolls. And because one of the strippers decided to take my dog and swing on the pole with her, that kicked us out. And then so then we end up my drag queens come and perform. I have bling and strobe lights. I set up with like a disco lights and everything, DJ, sound, full bar, had all these old ladies so drunk. Then I turned on my fog machine. And sort of turned on the fire alarm for the whole building. But they were really cute firemen, and the viejitas, the old ladies, were so messed up they thought they were male strippers.
Oh, but they weren't.
The firemen, it was great.
That's
awesome.
a good-looking fireman.
That's awesome. Yeah.
we got the last laugh then.
Oh, I always do, because I don't focus. I try never to focus on the negative. I try to do positive, and life's too short to be narrow-minded, and it really entertained me, and it was fun.
Yeah.
And I think
Tammy, to close out the interview, we'd like to give you the opportunity to speak directly to the person or persons that maybe are creating this Jodie Juggs persona, Leia Parker. What would you say to them if you could talk to them right now?
all I'm going to say is, as long as you keep posting and making fake pictures, signing up for fake things, I'm going to keep reporting.
Hell yes.
And
Yes.
talk about it, because the one thing I don't believe in is stealing, lying, and being nasty. And when you go through the list of all the different people who have repeatedly asked you to stop using the pictures, stop doing this, because if you consider that at the end of the day, the amount that I've had to spend on my surgeries is, $100,000 or more.
Yeah.
So if I'm investing this much, why the hell would why would I want you using my image in between working out, clothing, this and that? It's
Right.
like, why? I mean, and these other people actually, because I could walk away from having my OnlyFans. That's just basically my mad money.
Right.
Just an extra $5 million a year that you don't need.
It's fun money, yeah.
It's my fun money. It's what I do with the stupid stuff. It's like, come on. So my, because, my bar does well, real estate does well. My other businesses do well. It's like, because most people think when you look the way I look that you're, just.
Maybe not. But other girls who maybe
Not me.
have the same look going on, who's having their images stolen, maybe
This
they
is
don't.
their only source of income.
Right.
This is their only source of income.
Right.
So they don't have the time, or maybe they don't understand the
It's
list
straight
to go through.
thievery. It's
Right. But I go
It's not
through
nice.
it all, and I search, and I figured out, like, you all saw the thing. She signed up to be in a, what is it, the UK.
like a pageant thing. But
Yeah.
she got kicked out. You said
She did, because I emailed them all this morning, or like out when I couldn't sleep, like 11 o'clock at night. I sent them all the pictures, the emails. They emailed me back at 7 something in the morning said that they would deal with it, and thank you so much for letting them know.
Keep
So
up the
thanks
good
for
work.
crushing our event.
Yeah, right.
Well, but also
What event?
She was the ringer. She was
you
the
gotta-
dead ringer. Yeah.
you got to
Yeah,
take
thanks
these
for ruining our
robots
event,
on
Tammy.
Yeah.
head
I'm
on. You got to
sorry.
take them on head on.
Well, then you know what we should do? We should invite her to come sit.
She had an
at
extra
the bar
1,000
with
cc's on the
Dennis.
second place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
we
just
can
lost
invite
all
her
of our.
to make an appearance at the bar.
I'd love
Yeah,
to
yeah,
see
no,
it
I'm kidding.
if she can
Yeah.
show up. Which
Nice.
she
Well,
can.
keep doing
Yeah.
it because that's how you got us. That's how you got her out of this pageant. Keep it up. Reach out to that catfish guy. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look that up and I'll email and send them all the. But can you believe how many models they post all over Twitter? Please stop using my picture. Don't use my picture. Blah blah blah. And
They
you
don't
can't
care.
get. But they don't care. But the sad part is the social media doesn't. They're nasty. I mean, I
That's true.
my original TikTok was permanently banned.
Oh,
Thank God they did it because that's why I then said, okay, let's try this OnlyFans.
our original TikTok was just banned this past week as well.
Yeah.
For what? What was yours?
We bully people or something.
Vulgarity
or
and
to be
bullying.
mean. We do comedy.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
we do.
canceled my live the other day, but my original one was because I did a Trump dress video because I have all these cool things that some people don't like, but it's what I call my neighbor triggering shirt or outfit series.
Bullying, probably.
Oh, no, but
Everything's bullying on that.
my thing got my live the other day got canceled because I called the mayor of Key West what I think of her, triple D with a B at the end. So because she didn't evacuate, they didn't open the EOC, they didn't do anything they were supposed to do.
Mhm.
So you know what happened? The people on the liveaboards on the boats, they stayed because they weren't told to leave. 80% of them are missing. So I was bitching about that, and then I was bitching about the people from up north who need to shut their mouth because they don't understand a hurricane. Because it wasn't meant to hit Fort Myers. You had Tampa people evacuate south. So, and then they also don't know. They don't know the rules of the hurricanes.
Right.
So but yeah, so it got
Too hot for TikTok. We
Yeah.
we hear you on that.
We understand.
I canceled my live because of I was inciting violence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think we've gotten some of those too.
Because it's some
Informative,
bullshit is what it is at over. At
Well,
TikTok.
no, I'll say I know why my Trump dress because people report that. I mean, I was in the blue swimsuit on a live and Fort Myers Beach in June, and they canceled that. That was a fun trip. This lady comes running up to me and says, "Oh, I got pictures with you in Key West. Can I get a picture with you here?" Sure. Yeah, I've been in Italy and had some guy chase after me, tell me, "I follow you and your dog on Instagram." And my son was with me. "Can I take your picture with you and your dog?" Sure. Smile. I mean, it's funny.
Can I stick my head in there?
Yeah.
Well, you have a distinct look. I mean, you're easy to spot out, Tammy, when they find
Yeah,
you.
I go places people know. I'm like, oh, they have pictures of me. I'm like, oh, cool. I don't have that picture. Send it to me.
Nice. Nice.
All right.
All right. Well, I think that we're going to wrap it up here. So,
Have a good night.
It's been a
thank you for
pleasure.
joining,
You too.
Tammy.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on and teaching us all about this.
Yeah, if you ever want to know stupid random facts, I can probably tell you them.
We'd
Especially
love to have you back on.
Yeah, of course. We did our first annual trip in St. Pete. Maybe we'll have to go a little bit south for the
Yeah.
trip.
Yeah,
next
we'll come visit you at the 801 bar at the
Yeah.
801
Oh,
Bourbon Street.
I was just there
Yeah.
3 weeks ago because I was looking at real estate on the West Coast.
Well, we'll let you know when we do the trip to Key West. Thank you. We appreciate it.
All right, bye.
Have a great night.
Bye, Tammy.
You,
Thanks.
Tammy.
You are.
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss.
Oh, hey!